Hi there, my name's Vince from My Mate Vince, and in this series today we're going to try to fix, you ready? Ta-da! The finest English engineering. Check it out, the Spirit of Ecstasy. Yes, I have bought the cheapest by far Rolls Royce in the country. I haven't checked, it could be the cheapest in the world. This thing needs a serious amount of work doing to it, but I thought what better thing to try and fix over a series of videos, the workmanship and craftsmanship that's gone into this. Surely that has to be interesting. So let's get the camera off the tripod and I'm going to show you around. Oh, here it is, check it out, a 1988 Rolls Royce Silver Spirit. An absolute beast of a car. So I paid just under £4,000 for this, £3,990. Now I know that does seem like a lot of money, but you need to check the prices of classic cars. They've all gone up so much. Even something that you wouldn't think would be worth anything at all costs thousands of pounds. So for this one here, you do actually get quite a lot for your money. The problem is, it's in an absolute state. So yes, it's got an MOT. I don't know how, I don't know how thorough maybe the MOT was on it. An MOT is what we have in the UK to make sure it's roadworthy. So it's got an MOT until October, and it does actually drive. I'll show you a bit of footage of that in a moment. But there's just so many things wrong with it. So as you look, everything you look at, there's like problems. You know, this is all loose. I mean, what's this about down here? Don't know what that's about. It looks like I think there's filler on the wheel arches. I'm not even sure about this paint. This silver here, I'm not sure if it's been wrapped or actually sprayed, because it looks like it's kind of folded around on the inside. This door doesn't open, which is a problem. This wing mirror here is all like that. It's got numerous leaks underneath it. Basically, there's loads of stuff wrong with it. But there's, I believe the hydraulic suspension's leaking. I believe the brakes are leaking. I believe the engine's leaking. So I've had to put bits of wood underneath there to gather all that up. Nice amount of filler back here. Bumper is a little bit out here. There's just loads wrong with it. Even this thing here, I just noticed when I thought, why is this not up here? Opened up this and looked, the little thing just comes straight out. But even that there, so this is what I like, well, what I hope I'm going to like about this car. That there feels like quality. So whether you love or loathe the car, and there's going to be lots of people that loathe it, because let's face it, it's not exactly the most styliest thing in the world, but I think we can all agree the workmanship that's going to have gone into it. Now I believe those grills are handmade, these radiator grills here, so it's just going to be lovely. I think they're stamped by the person that actually makes them in the factory. Look at that, the Spirit of Ecstasy. I'm not sure if this one retracts or not, don't know yet. Anyway, let me show you the inside. I can't get in through this door here because it doesn't work, but let me go round here. Am I even going to be able to get in here? No, 1 second, let me get in here and clamber through. We've got a bottle of something in there, I don't know what that is. It looks like somebody's died and left their remains there. It's a state. Check out the door things here. Can you see they're all chipped? That's all gone, that needs work. Apparently the heaters don't work, the driver's window's not working. Oh, there's loads of stuff. Let me try to clamber over. Well, do I need to clamber over? I don't need to clamber over. I can just show you it here, but still, it is lovely. Now, let me just show you a little bit of footage off the driving. Now, listen to that wafting along. It's quiet, isn't it, considering the engine is as large as it is. And it is super comfortable. They've got the seats just right, as Goldilocks would say. They're not too hard and they're not too soft. And I think coupled with the hydraulic suspension, I don't know if it's just at the back or whether it's on all four wheels. I think it might be just the back, but it's leaking. But it's really smooth. It really does soak up the bumps much nicer than any car I've ever been in. And considering this car is 33 years old, that's not bad going. So there you go. You can see that it does actually drive. I don't think it's going to be very safe to drive, but it wasn't me doing the driving. Let's just open up this door so we can get to it from the outside. And I'm going to clamber through and I'm going to start up the beast, and I'm going to open up the bonnet, as we call it in the UK, and show you what's what. In every single ashtray we just got cigarette after roll-up, or maybe not roll-ups, maybe that crab from my MacBook fix has been living in here smoking his joints. Anyway, Let's come in here. Oh, look at this. Oh, seats are not working. The electric seats are not working either. I can't get this seat forward, and I'm quite a small guy, so I can't even properly reach the pedals. But anyway, is this the key here? No, this key. Is it this key here? Ah, this one here. Right, okay. Foot on the brake. And am I in... I'm in park. Should be okay to start. Look at this here. Look at the way that moves there. Look at that. So easy. So what I like, personally, the look of this car, it's not really my cup of tea, if I'm honest with you, but what I hope I'm going to like is all the work that's gone into everything. I mean, look, even there's some kind of plaque here. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And look here, where it's been sold. And I think they're in Berkeley Square. In fact, before we start it, let me show you a bit of the service history. So this is the service history up here. There's quite a bit of information, mainly just old MOTs and stuff. There's not a huge amount of bills, but it has got a full service history up until 120,000 miles and 2010. So from 2010, I'm not really sure what's been done to this car, but up to 120,000 miles, it has had a service history. So obviously for the last 30, there seems to be things missing. But it's interesting enough reading. I've got all the old owners and stuff in there. I think it's had 5 or maybe 6 previous owners. Yeah, so it's nice to get a bit of history with it, and it looks like it was a London-based car for most of its time, and it looks like it was bought, as the plates suggest on the actual Rolls Royce, from Berkeley Square, which is Mayfair, I think. Yeah, anyway, let's get back to the car. Okay, so that's your service history. Now, here we go. We've got warning lights as well on here, like that mineral oil level up the top. Now if I pop the bonnet, I think it's under here. Here we go. Look at the size of those springs. I'll tell you what, let me just turn it off. Bear with me, door's closed and I can't get in. There we go. Right, let me show you the... oh, look in here as well. Just complete and utter junk everywhere. Somebody's even left their old phone in here. Look at that. Here we go. So I haven't really had a look under here yet. I can see that that's definitely not standard, because it looks like there should be a box here that goes into, but somebody's put their own kind of filter on top of there. I don't know what that's about. Look at the soundproofing, or fireproofing and soundproofing. It's amazing. Rolls Royce, I believe it's a 6.7 litre engine, which is huge, or 6.75. Absolutely huge. Looks like fuel injection though, doesn't it? So, what would that be? I presume would that be for the air conditioning? I presume over there that's for something to do with the oil suspension, maybe, and brakes. It's going to be fun to work my way around this and start understanding it more. So, what I'm going to be doing is a whole series on this. I don't know how long it's going to take. I presume it's going to take the best part of a year, if not more. Now, am I a mechanic? No, far from it. I did restore an MGB GT years ago, and I've worked on the Minis I've had purely to keep them on the road, because you know when you're younger you've got next to no money, and you haven't got a choice but to keep it on the road, so you have to learn how to fix stuff. But I am not a mechanic. I've got very, very limited tools. This is around my dad's place at the moment. So I suppose the series is just going to be like a normal guy doing his best trying to fix something which is specialised, maybe similar to if you were doing it yourself. So that's going to be the angle. So you're going to see plenty of mistakes, you're probably going to see loads of things go wrong and stuff like that, but at the end of the day the car is kind of bargain basement prices. I know it's still a lot of money, but for something like this it is it's very, very cheap, and most people wouldn't buy this. This would get broken up for spares. So even if I fail, I don't really think it's going to be any worse off, because it would be getting broken for spares anyway. But there's a chance, hopefully, if I can get it kind of roadworthy and working again, it'd be lovely to see this running again. So there we have it. That's the introduction to this series here. I hope you're going to feel as passionate about it as I do, because I think things are going to be really nicely made and very high quality. And although it's a specialist car, maybe because it's that bit older and a lot of it is handmade, maybe things will actually make more sense and you won't need to plug in things to get diagnostic results back, you know. Maybe I can just use my eyes, and maybe not. Maybe in a few months' time I'll be crying and paying somebody to come take this away. But I'm hopeful at this moment in time. I'm hopeful. So yeah, I've got to thank the patrons, because what I've done with the Patreon money is I've been putting it to one side, and after Patreon take their cut, and after the taxman takes his, or taxwoman take their massive cut, I've put it to one side, and basically I've bought this with it. So I think as a thank you, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to be scribbling random names of Patreon members in different panels in this. So for example, if I'm working in the boot or on the floor pan or something like that, or in the doors or in the engine compartment in little areas, I think I'm going to be just getting a Sharpie or something waterproof and maybe a paint pen, and yeah, putting random names in there. I think that'd be quite funny, because then in years to come, if this doesn't get broken, maybe somebody else can discover it and they'll be like, what on earth is this about? And who knows, if the series does well, it might be discovered on YouTube, and then I think that will be quite a novelty. So that is it for this introduction video. I'm going to start fixing right now. I'm going to see if I can get that door opening from the outside. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully YouTube won't bury this series and it will actually do okay. And yeah, onwards and upwards. Who knows? This time next year there might be a Ferrari or something on the drive here. But for now, I'm more than content with this roller. Check it out. See you soon, everyone.